everyone, this is Karen Coker back with the fourth vlog for Sweet Talker. So after I recovered from my injury and then Louis recovered from his little back injury, I decided to have Chris bring him back into work for me. He had gotten a little bit maybe bucky, and I didn't want myself to impact him, and for some reason when it's your own horse you seem to overthink it a little bit, so sometimes it's better to just have somebody that you know can give him a positive ride do it for you. So this is Chris schooling him at his house, just getting him ready for the young event horse stuff, giving a little cross-country school, getting a gallop. He had flatted him the day before. So then we took him up to Wiradaka, and him and Sandrino, this is them together, they both competed in the young event horse at Wiradaka. This is his dressage test, his first real time in a dressage ring, and he handled it pretty well. He was a little bit lucky at the beginning, but he settled right into his job. Ideally, I would like him to be a little bit more steady in his contact, so we're working on it. A little bit more open and free in his shoulder. Just his rhythm is quite good, but there are things that we can improve on still. So we took the notes from this, and we're really trying to improve him for our next show. He kind of runs into his canters still a little bit, which at this age and stage in his life and training, I'm not worried about, because he wants to do it. He just can't quite hold his balance yet, which is fine. We've just been working on that at home since this, and he knows his leads, so that hasn't been a problem. And you can see he's pretty relaxed, and Chris really did a great job making sure that he had a positive ride. He has a great walk, nice 4-beat walk, that hopefully we can get him to lengthen that step just a little bit, but he does show over track, and he was pretty happy. So that's Sandrino and Louie on the trailer. Here's part of the jumping test, and you can see Louie has a little bit of a rate drift right now that we're working on fixing, but he's a pretty bold jumper. His hind end is something you can't teach. He really doesn't want to touch the rails with his hind end. He kind of can get a little bit unimpressed with the jumps and not be as careful with his front end, but his hind end is always up and over all the fences. So we're definitely working on his front end now, but you can see that that was quite easy for him. He's pretty unimpressed with the jumps and just kind of canters most of them right now. You'll see him come through the gate here and then splash right through the water. No hesitation or anything. So I think that we're on the right track with his training and his confidence. I think this jump that he gallops on kind of surprises him a little bit. It was his first proper cross-country course. So I think that the fact that we weren't stopping and giving him a break in between might have kind of surprised him a bit. Like, oh, there's another one. But Chris definitely said that he gave him a good feel out on cross country, that it really felt like he had a solid horse who wanted to look for the jumps and kept pricking his ears forward, happy to do the job that he was asking him to do. But you can see how he jumps this. He just kind of canters it, but gives him a nice little gallop up the hill. So once we got our notes,
that right leg on.
went ahead and started working on stuff at home. So this is me jumping.
Good. Whoop.
at Chris's place, where he's been staying.
Good.
You can see when we don't have the B-rails, he still has a little bit of that right drift. So we've been working on correcting that. I think his canter and balance out in the field are actually quite good, maybe even better than in the ring. And we've added some technical elements like doing the cross rail, one stride cross rail, so that he has to stay nice and straight through them and reach on a 12-foot stride, because he tends to have a little bit smaller of a stride if we're not riding him really forward. His natural gait might tend to want to let him be on a little bit shorter stride, but he definitely can learn to have that 12-foot stride. It's in there. He's getting to be a little bit more adjustable to the fences, and you can see he has plenty of scope when he wants to. Thanks for listening, and I hope you'll catch up with us on our final vlog on how the Young Event Horse Series ends for us. Thanks.